As evening approached, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a remote place, and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away, so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food. We have here only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish," they answered. "Bring them here to me," and said. He directed the people to sit down on the grass, taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. And looking up to the heavens, he gave thanks and broke the loaves. Then he gave them to the people, and the disciples gave it to the people. They all ate and were satisfied. And the disciples picked up the 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. The number of those who ate was about 5,000 men, besides women and children. Now, do you understand how crazy Jesus sounds right now? Like, okay, imagine this. Let's say I just made a whole sermon that's 2 hours, and I stand up here talking about God. And you're just sitting out here waiting. When is the sermon gonna end? And I'm kind of hungry. Where's the food at? And then suddenly I come up from that stairs again, and I come up with this bread. And I say, "I'm gonna feed all you guys with this one bread." Would you believe me? No. Or do you think I'm crazy? Well, I'll let you decide on that. But we need to realize this is exactly what the disciples felt like. Because think about it. There's 5,000 people that are hungry. And then there's this little tiny basket with 5 loaves and 2 fish, and he's trying to say that, spread it out. Does that make sense? And it's crazier because we have 500 people around here, and there's exactly 10 times more people out there at that time. 5,000. However, from this passage, we have to understand that we witnessed a profound miracle with only 5 loaves and 2 fish. Yet, God is still able to provide for those who trust in Him. As in verse 9 it says, He gave thanks and He broke the loaves. And then later, because of that prayer, in verse 20 it is written, they all ate and were satisfied. And the disciples picked up the 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. With only 5 loaves and 2 fish, they were able to provide everyone with food. And it's funnier because after feeding 5,000, they still have 12 basketfuls of leftovers. Is that possible? Imagine this. I had this basket right here, right? Minuscule. And then later, they all ate, and they had 12 more of these? Does that logically make sense? And so, what I'm trying to tell you is that we really don't need anything else in this world other than God.
Amen.
However, you might be sitting right now thinking, well, that's so cliche. And maybe like, my prayers aren't getting answered, or the things that I want are like, I'm not getting them from God. Like maybe your grades aren't doing the best, or maybe you didn't get accepted to a certain college, or maybe that one sibling took that one snack from that refrigerator that I hid.
Amen.
I always find it. Despite all the worries, we need to still understand that in Philippians 1:19 it says, "And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory." Just to make sure, God still He values our personal desires. He does, He surely does. But I believe that instead of our values and our own desires, I believe God is doing something better. What I believe is that God is blessing us with a better plan. And so today, I want to end on that. Instead of being afraid that God is not listening to our prayers, we need to start trusting God and submit ourselves to Him. And because by then, when we do that, we will see God fulfilling our needs to the fullest. Just like how God fulfilled 5,000 men with food, with only 5 loaves and 2 fish. We need to start trusting in Him, God. So, may God provide with all your needs. Amen.
Amen.
Who here knows a lukewarm Christian?